getting close to first pitch tonight in Arlington. It's the battle of the Lone Star State. Astros and Rangers. Next. And a good look there at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington as MLB The Show gets set to bring you another edition of Major League Baseball. Straight ahead, a couple of teams from the Lone Star State do battle for the coveted Silver Boot Trophy as it'll be the Houston Astros taking on the Texas Rangers. And hello once again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell, Matt Vasgersian, we get set to bring you what should be an entertaining ball game. Also with us, 10-year Major League vet Rex Hudler. And Hud, we turn to you first. What catches your eye in this one?
Well, one guy I've always liked a lot is Michael Young. This guy could walk down most streets in America and no one would recognize him. But heck, he's been to 5 straight All-Star games. And he went to college in Santa Barbara, which makes our scriptwriter happy. He's a good one.
All right, Rex, thanks. Dave joins us with some more coherent analysis in a moment. But first, we get a look at the batting order for the visiting Houston Astros, presented by Majestic.
And you don't get a whole lot of breaks in this lineup. This guy can be dangerous even out of the 6-hole.
On the mound to face these guys is the Rangers' leading winner from 2008, the former All-Star right-hander Vicente Padilla. And in the field behind him, the Rangers will look like this. First pitch straight ahead as Kazuo Matsui settles into the box to get this one going. And we are underway in Arlington as the first pitch of the night is taken here for ball one.
First pitch, 7:05.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Matsui awaits the 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2. 77 degrees our temperature at game time tonight. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. And the sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
And here it is again. He thinks the thing's low, but you can see pretty clearly that this thing comes right in at his knees. That's a good call.
So the leadoff man retired now for Hunter Pence. And now this pitch is swung on and hit high in the air out toward Hamilton in center. And there's the second out of the inning. Our umpiring crew for tonight's contest, calling the balls and strikes, is Earl Hendricks. The crew chief Mac Harvey's at first. The former Congressman Chuck Price at second, and Clyde Washington is over at third. So 2 are gone now, and it'll be up to Berkman to keep the inning going. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
Oh, that's what you call a challenge fastball right there.
And now a pitch on the way. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. just underway in Arlington. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. Now here it comes. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
And with 2 outs and 2 strikes, the last thing you want to do is hit a guy and prolong the inning.
And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score. Starting lineup for the Rangers, again brought to us by Majestic.
And Ian Kinsler's the guy that makes this lineup go. You got to be careful when he's up there.
They'll be opposed by an all-star 3 years running, right-hander Roy Oswalt. It's not hard to make the case that Oswalt's been the best pitcher of the decade in the 2000s, as he's averaged an even 16 wins a season with a career ERA just north of 3. He is truly one of the tougher tests these guys will face all year long. And behind him, here's how the Astros will line it up on defense. And striding in is the second baseman Ian Kinsler now to get things rolling in the home half of inning number 1. Lays off the slider. Don't know quite where that missed, but it's 1-0.
And he'll sling that thing across the strike zone, but he can't nip the corner.
Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Hence has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And so with 1 away, there you see our dimensions here in Arlington. Of course, this is one of the better hitters' parks in all of baseball, if not the best. 332 down the line in left, 390 at the left center, 400 feet straight away, 377 to the alley and right, and 325 feet down that right field line. So with 1 away, here's Michael Young now. Now here's the first pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
Good late break there. Good pitch to get ahead on.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Late on the fastball there as this one skied out towards straightaway right. And there to take it in is Pence, and that's out number 2. And this guy on the hill, of course, coming off a terrific season a year ago. There you see his name right up there among the top winners in the National League. Some pretty elite names on that list, no doubt about it. Josh Hamilton will dig in here. Now a swing and a ball hit foul to first as the first base coach had to do a little skip to my loo there. And that misses 1-1.
Trying to backdoor him, but it stays outside just a bit.
And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now.
And now on the mound, you lose the advantage of strike one by missing with 2 straight.
And this is near the line, but foul wide of first. Opposite field to left. And Lee will make the catch, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. On to the second inning now for Arlington with no score. Carlos Lee leads things off now in the top half of the second. First pitch coming. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Swing and a bullet to the right side. And the Astros have their first hit of the contest.
And location's going to be important for him as this one goes along. And you can see he left that one right in the heart of the strike zone, and he lines it to right for a base hit.
Miguel Tejada will be the batter. Chased after that one, and it's 0-1.
And it's a good thing he didn't make contact, or that's likely a double play ball.
Now a throw over. A dive, but he's back. Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
And he'll just keep pounding that sinker down in the zone.
Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Oh, and here's where that slider's so effective. You take just a little bit off so it looks like a fastball, but then it disappears at the end. Great pitch.
So a runner at first with one man gone. And here's the veteran switch hitter, Jeff Blum. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. And this is taken for a ball inside. Don't know exactly where that would have missed, but it's 1-1.
I don't think my eyesight's that bad. That looked like strike 2 to me.
1-1 on the way. And this is down the first base line, but foul past Davis over at first. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
And this is what you call giving a guy something to think about 1 and 2. They may come right back in on the hands.
Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
Let's see now if they're going to want to think about putting something on here.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only one away.
Setting up at the knees that time on 3-2. Let's see how close this thing actually was. Pretty close, but that looked like the right call.
So first and second with one man gone, and that'll bring in the speedy center fielder Michael Bourne. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And this is certainly a key at bat here in the early going.
Has a look, now the pitch. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. One-two pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
Looking awfully erratic out there right now.
Here's the 2-2 offering. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And on 3-2, we'll see if they want to send the runners here.
Swing, and he pulls the fastball that time high in the air toward fairly deep right center. Hamilton arranged to his left and put it away, 2 down. And he is in there at third safely, so there are runners at the corners with 2 away.
That's taking a bit of a risk there with 2 outs going from second to third on the fly ball, but he does get in there safely. It's likely to take a 2-out hit to score him, but a pass ball or a wild pitch will do the trick too.
Darren Erstad will stand in for the first time here. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch.
Dude, enough already. He gets it.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball, 2-2.
And as my old colleague likes to say, deuce is wild, 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
And as a catcher, if you call for a sinker here, make sure you can keep that ball in front of you.
fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Nelson Cruz will start things off in the bottom of the second. Now here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit hard on the ground to first. And Berkman will make his way to first to record the out. Leadoff man retired, as that'll bring in Hank Blaylock. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Hard hit towards center. Bourne is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
So far, so good for Oswalt. Make it 5 straight he's set down to start the game.
Chris Davis will take his first cut to the ball game here. Line hard to center field. Bourne is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Strong performance that inning from Roy Oswalt. It remains 0-0. Humberto Quintero is ready to go here as we begin the third. And a fastball, very easy to lay off that one. It's ball 1. Fouled straight back. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
And the changeup low is one of the toughest pitches to lay off of. You just want to crush that thing.
And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Now the 2-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
And too many 3-ball counts early in the ball game will just drive that pitch count up.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Tries to spot the 3-2 fastball on the outside corner. Let's see how close this pitch was. As they used to say in the old days, close but no cigar.
Kazuo Matsui will get another shot. Called out on strikes his first time around. He's set. Now the pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Runners off for second. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. And a hanger as he gives this one a pretty good ride out to deep center. And that is over the wall. Home run. 2-run shot to straightaway center. And the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead.
And you can tell he was making a concerted effort to keep the ball down against this guy. But you just can't keep it down forever, and he finally got a pitch he could handle.
Hunter Pence will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
And we've all seen guys lose their composure after giving up a 2-run homer, but he cannot let that happen.
The next pitch. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And now after the home run, you can see he's a little leery about leaving one out over the plate again.
And here's a fastball for a strike, 2-1 now.
Not a bad idea to work him up and in here with that hard stuff.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up out in front of the mound. Saltalamakia is camped under this one. 1 gone.
Well, as we've seen earlier in the inning, this is a pitcher that will serve up the home run ball more times than he should. You see it there. His total from a year ago was amongst the worst in the American League.
One out now in the Houston third, and we'll see how they approach this at-bat from Lance Berkman. And they start him with 1 high and away for ball 1. One out, nobody on. And he takes a cold strike 1. Out in front a bit as this is pulled down the line to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
And this is what a good sinker baller will do. Pitch to contact and hope they hit it at someone. Worked like a charm there.
Carlos Lear will stand in. A base hit his first time around. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
And he doesn't want to turn around and give up another home run in the inning, so they're approaching this AB very carefully.
Here it comes. Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And that is through into center field, a base hit.
And now you see the pitching coach out for a word. And this is where you just got to tell the guy to take a deep breath, tell him you've got his back, let's go.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and in steps the former MVP Miguel Tejada. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball, 1-0.
Up to 20 pitches now in this 3rd inning. He's really had to work here.
1-0 pitch now. Now here's a swing and a ground ball for Kinsler at second base. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Astros lead this one 2-0. David Murphy makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. Now the first pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
And you can tell he's really in his zone out there now.
Swinging a ball yanked down the right field line. And that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner. The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double.
First hit of the game for him here, and it's a double leading off their half of the 3rd. This should be a good opportunity to see some action in that run column as well.
Jared Saltalamacchia will take his cuts now. And Oswalt will start things out with the slider, good for strike 1.
Whoa, he may not see one better than that.
Comes set, now the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And they'll keep working that outside part of the plate here because they want him to hit one on the left side instead of the right.
Now a ball lined towards center field. And that's in there, base hit.
And with nobody out, no sense in pushing anything on the base pass. Runner on second had to make absolutely sure that the line drive wasn't caught, so he'll just advance 90 feet and hang on at third.
Omar Vizquel will stand in. First pitch coming. Well, he turns on a fastball here and drives one into deep right center. Bourne is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And that's going to be a sac fly and an RBI as he scores from third.
He'll get an RBI in this ball, but this almost was much more than that as it took a great running catch to take away extra bases.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. Here's the first offering. And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. And there he goes towards second. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Now Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Blum camps under it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Oh, it looked like he was on it that time, but underneath it just a tad as he pops it up.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and here comes the clutch-hitting Michael Young. First pitch on the way. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And a relay to the plate. And not nearly in time as the run scores easily.
And these guys have decided, you know what? We're going to have to pick on the first fastball we see, and it's starting to pay dividends as this double drives in another run.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Josh Hamilton. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, with first base open, this may turn into a case of pick your poison here.
And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
And it certainly looks like they'll make someone other than Hamilton have to swing the bat here.
Two and one now. A good swing there as this is deep down the line in right, but this is going to wind up out of play. Now the 2-2 from Oswald. Line hard deep into left. Lee is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 2-2. Jeff Blum will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th. Swing hard liner to left center, and he'll have himself a base hit.
Didn't take him long to get into the stretch here in the 4th. A first pitch single has him in trouble right out of the gate.
Michael Bourne will try it again. He flew out his first time. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now he runs up and gets this one down. And they're not going to get Bourne as he legs this one out.
Just throwing away outs right now. He's obviously trying to give himself up, but instead, there are runners at first and second now with still nobody out.
Darren Erstad will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. And Young squeezes this one for the first out of the inning.
A little over anxious there as he sent that one straight into the air. The infield fly rule will keep the runners right where they are.
Humberto Quintero will stride in. He walked and came around to score his first time. is yanked down the third base line. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So they pick up no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and we are tied 2-2. Nelson Cruz will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. And Oswalt goes to the fastball here again as he gets ahead 0-1.
Averaging just over 10 pitches an inning through the first 3. He was at 31 starting the 4th.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And one thing you can say about him on the mound, he certainly has been the aggressor in this at bat, coming right after him.
And he misses there, 1-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Hasn't had the strikeout pitch working to this point, as you see there, just his first one, but he's been effective nonetheless.
One gone in the Texas 4th. And here's the dangerous left-handed hitting Hank Blaylock. Here's the first offering. Good way to start it on the outside corner for strike 1.
And you can't try and outthink him up there. Just find a good pitch and square it up.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing by Blaylock and a ground ball to second. Up with it is Matsui. Throw to Berkman will be in time for out number 2.
This pitch looked to be below the knees, but he got him to swing down on it for the out.
Chris Davis will stand in. A line-out victim his first time. Pretty well hit deep down the line in right, but that's back into the seats, foul. Now the pitch. And this is lined hard to deep left. And Lee will have to track it down off the wall now. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Well, this is just a hang 'em and bang 'em right here. That thing catches way too much to the plate, and he drives it for 2 bases.
David Murphy steps in now.
This 4th inning's not starting out any better than the 3rd did.
The 1-0 pitch. And this is hit well towards the hole. And past a diving Matsui, it's a base hit.
Well, they set up looking for the corner, but this thing comes right back towards the middle of the plate, and he pulls it to right for the hit.
Jared Saltalamacchia will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time. low for ball one.
And I'll tell you, when he's missed, he's barely missed. Everything's been around the strike zone.
Here's the 1-0. Trying to keep the ball down here as this one finds the knees for strike one. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. Lee has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Rangers leave a pair. Through 4, we're deadlocked at 2 apiece. Kazuo Matsui will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th. Now a hard liner towards short. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Hunter Pence digs in at the plate. First offering on the way. Swings and sends this one softly out towards right center, and that's going to be a base hit for Pence.
Well, he just throws a little hand grenade out there to right center. Too deep for the second baseman, and not deep enough for the center and right fielders. Looks like a rocket in the scorebook.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and stepping in the dangerous first baseman, Lance Berkman. Goes the other way as this is lined to left. Murphy is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
And you can bet after this left his bat, he's saying, "Get down, get down, get down!" But this one stays up long enough to be taken in out there. Hang with him.
Carlos Lee will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. So a 4-pitch inning as the Astros are retired. Halfway home, tied 2 apiece. Omar Vizquel will dig in. Hit a sacrifice fly earlier. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
And this is the number 9 hitter at the plate, so you don't want to hit a guy right before the lineup turns over.
And it runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
And I can guarantee these guys would love to get a little spark here from the bottom of the order.
Hit hard towards second, but an atom bowl right to him for the first out.
Looks like both starters have really started to settle in here in the middle innings. Good scoring chances are becoming harder and harder to come by since the early going.
So 1 away now, and here's Ian Kinsler. Now a swing on the first pitch, and he sends this one on the ground for the second baseman, Matsui. On to first, and it's a good start to the inning for Oswalt here as there are 2 gone. So 2 away now for Michael Young. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And this crowd's fallen into a bit of a lull here in the middle innings.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Pitch is swung on and hit towards Matsui at second. On to Berkman to take care of him, and the inning is over. Miguel Tejada will lead things off when we come back through 5. All even at 2-2. And before we get to the top of the 6th, Upper Deck brings us our in-game box score for the Astros through the first 5 innings. Miguel Tejada will get things started here in the top of inning number 6. And here's the first pitch. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And a good job to lay off the fastball there. Close, but it's 1-1. And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
Boy, that looked pretty good. You hate to give this guy extra strikes to work with.
And a foul ball straight back. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
And he's just starting to dig his own hole at the plate right now. That's the 2nd time he's struck out in the ballgame, and you can see on swing track he needs to be more selective up there.
Jeff Blum will step in, a base hit in his last time. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. One 0 on the way. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, good crossfire action on the fastball there.
Chopper foul. Ball 2.
Come on, sit him down.
3-2 now.
And if you throw enough fastballs in succession, guys are going to time it, so be careful.
right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, he set down the first 2 guys to face him here in the inning, but they haven't made it easy. It's taken 11 pitches here, but he'll probably take it.
Michael Bourne will step in, 1 for 2 in the ball game. And waiting for him to call a strike, but he never did. It's 1-0.
And I think he just got a gift call right there to begin the at-bat. That should have been a strike.
The next pitch. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
And let's see if he makes him throw a strike here.
Swinging a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
You can bet he's saying, "You're not going to strike out the side on me," as he comes through with a clean 2-out knock.
Darren Erstad will stand in. He popped out in his last time. Now here's the first pitch. And Padilla jumps ahead with the fastball. 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
And he may just be biding his time over there at first before he's set loose.
Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. Now a slider's hit on the ground towards second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Time for another check of the in-game box score presented by Upper Deck as we get a look at the numbers for the Rangers through their first 5 innings. Josh Hamilton will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th. And here's a fastball to begin the at-bat as Oswalt gets ahead with strike 1.
Tough guy to face here to start this inning.
And a swing and a miss as they jump ahead of Hamilton here, 0-2.
Just too over-aggressive right now.
Now a ground ball towards the hole. They'll flip this one to the pitcher, Oswalt, and he beats him to the bag to record the out.
Boy, I'll tell you what, when you catch Oswalt on a night like this, there is not a whole lot you can do. He is definitely on top of his game.
Nelson Cruz will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
And this is just a case of see ball, hit ball right there. He gets a fastball to start the at-bat, and he just sends it right back where it came from.
Hank Blaylock will stride in, grounded out his last time through. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on.
Wheels are spinning now.
And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. Here's the 1-1. In there, 1-2 now.
Yeah, and he's really been able to place that slider well.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Yeah, reaching back for a little extra there. He doesn't have to worry about needing a double play now. He just reared back and fired that one by him.
Chris Davis will dig in. He doubled his last time. And he gets ahead with the curveball, strike one.
And he's really been effective getting ahead with that first pitch curveball all night long.
Oswalt set now, the pitch. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. Man at first with two out in a 2-2 ball game. Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1-2.
And that's a good time to throw that spinner. Make him fish for something.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw to Berkman will take care of him, and with that, the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full, and we are tied 2-2. New pitcher ready to take over on the mound, the hard-throwing former closer Derek Turnbow. Humberto Quintero will step in, 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Easy gas that time from Turnbow as he's ahead 0-1. Now the pitch. 2 straight fastballs now as he powers ahead 0-2. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Cruz is over near the stands as he makes the catch for the first down. A look there at the place now known as Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler bringing you all the action in this one. Kazuo Matsui will stand in again as we flash you back to earlier. He's accounted for their only runs of the ball game on 1 swing of the bat, as this was the swing right here. toward right center. And this is going to wind up a base hit for Matsui.
And I'll tell you what, when you've got a base stealer like this on at first, you don't want to play too close to the vest here. Let her hang. Use that speed as a weapon.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. No offer that time from Pence as it evens the count at 1-1.
And an off-speed pitch, low and in. That would have been a perfect count and perfect pitch to run on.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Not quite a pitch out there, but a fastball up and away is the perfect pitch for a catcher to throw on if need be.
Here he comes on 2-1. Swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
And you got the Big Thunder coming next, so you don't want to lose this guy.
Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, and that's through for a base hit.
Well, and that's 2 straight hits now. And before this gets any worse, we may be seeing a trip to the mound here pretty soon.
Lance Berkman will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. In there, 0-1.
Boy, and they would love a double play ball right here.
Ball 1.
And I gotta say, I've been surprised at their inability to cash in so far. They need a big hit here.
And there's ball 2 now.
And they've kept him pretty much in check so far, but one swing could change all that.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. A 3-run home run for Lance Berkman. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
First hit of the night for him, and it was a big one. He got a pitch he finally could do a little something with, and he takes a few innings worth of frustrations out on that one.
Carlos Lee will dig in, looking for hit number 3 in the ballgame. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And after a great performance from their starter, it's been the bullpen that's let them down here.
3 runs already home here. At the knees, ruled a ball. It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, it's been a high-stress inning on the mound. Now he's looking for a little help from the home plate umpire, but not finding it.
Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. Here's the pitch. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you can tell that the scouting report's been telling him to keep everything down here.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. And he just manages to stay alive here as he fights this one foul. He'll try it again, 3-2. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Yeah, and that won't be lost on his teammates. That was a great at-bat.
So a new pitcher coming on now. It'll be the left-handed specialist C.J. Wilson that takes over here. Miguel Tejada will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Lee the runner at first. Now the pitch. And that misses inside, 1-0.
And how tough is it to come in right out of the pen and have to face this guy?
Runners on first with 1 down. And that misses, so that'll put Tejada in the driver's seat, 2-0.
And this is the game within the game here. Do you keep pitching around him on 2-0 or come back at him with something?
Get the double play!
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
And he was probably just taken till he got a strike there. Against a guy that just came in, not a bad idea.
Now a fastball for a strike, and from 2-0, it's back to 2-2.
Oh boy, time to choke up to the label. Anything to avoid another punch out.
And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And you can't afford to walk him here, so we'll see if they stay with the hard stuff on 3-2.
3-2 pitch. And he misses, ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Well, not making excuses, Matt, but sometimes it's hard to make that adjustment from the bullpen mound to that mound between the white lines.
Jeff Blum will try again. Struck out swinging his last time through. Now here's a fastball from Wilson as he gets ahead 0-1.
And now you really need to go to damage control on the mound. Don't make this inning worse than it already is.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. And that misses 2-1.
And if he walks another, you can bet the bullpen's going to be swinging into action.
And here's a fastball taken too low, and he works the count to 3-1.
And you got to think he'll have to come in with one now.
Michael Bourne will be next, barring a double play ball. Swing and a rocket to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
Well, that's why they call this place the hot corner. Quick reactions that time to take away extra bases.
Michael Bourne will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. 2 high, 1-0.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit well out toward deep left field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the wall, and the side is retired. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Astros on top, 5-2. David Murphy will dig in. He singled his last time around.
Leading off for the Rangers, left fielder, David Murphy.
On a great curveball from Oswalt to start him out. It's strike 1.
And now you just got to worry about getting on base. That tying run's still in the hole.
And he takes this one high, 1-1.
And these guys would love to have this bottom third of the lineup get something started here in the 7th.
1-1 pitch on the way. Now a ball rolls softly to second. And Matsui will throw him out, 1 gone.
And you know, he's only got 2 strikeouts in the game so far, but he's really done a nice job of keeping guys off balance, and that's been a big key for him.
So with 1 away in the inning, here's Jared Saltalamacchia. First pitch coming. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Just got to find some way to get on base here.
And, looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Ah, come on already.
And that's just off the outside corner in low, ball 3.
And he's not going to swing at borderline pitches. He knows what his assignment is.
Here it comes, 3-0. That's in there, 3-1.
Doing the smart thing, taking all the way.
For Oswalt tonight, 70 pitches thus far. And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Well, they've got a 3-run lead here, so it's not imminent danger yet, but boy, you really need to be able to throw strikes here. When you start walking guys this late in the game, it is never a good sign.
Omar Vizquel will dig in, hit a sacrifice fly earlier. And he takes ball one. One 0 pitch now, and he falls behind now, 2-0.
And here in the 7th inning now, the location starts to suffer a bit.
Two-0 is a fastball, not close. He's behind 3-0 now.
Oh, not even close with that one. Might be a good time for the catcher to go have a word with him.
A strike, and it's 3-1.
Well, you know this guy throws hard when he takes just a little off to throw a strike, and it's still in there at 92.
Now the 3-1 pitch. Now a ground ball to Matsui. This could be two. Tejada on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Rangers, and the deficit remains 5-2. Darren Erstad will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
Designated hitter, Darren Erstad.
First pitch coming. Right there for strike one.
And this is one of the few guys in the lineup that has not joined the hit parade so far.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Hits this one right on the button, but they've got him played perfectly, so they're able to throw him out.
Humberto Quintero will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Fouled back. Now here's the pitch. On the ground to short. And Vizquel has trouble with it. And the throw will be too late as he can't recover in time. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. So a runner at first now with one away, and stepping in the second baseman, Kazuo Matsui. First pitch to him. On the ground for Omar. This could be two. Kinsler for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Astros are down quietly. They're still out in front, 5-2. Ian Kinsler will step in now.
Leading off for the Rangers, second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. And low, it's a ball and a strike.
And it's going to be up to the top of the order here to get things rolling in the 8th.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball back through the box. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
And that's an important base hit here leading off the inning. The tying run will still be in the on-deck circle, but now you're only one more base runner away from giving him a shot to maybe tie the ball game.
Michael Young will step in, a ground-out victim as last time. Now the first pitch. And he misses inside with that one, ball one.
And this is the time of the game where this part of the lineup really needs to come through.
Now a potential double play ball for Tejada. Matsui on to first, a double play.
And that will take the sting out of an eighth-inning rally. Just when you think you're in good shape with the leadoff man on base, he gets rolled up on a double play.
Josh Hamilton will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Ball one.
This crowd really hasn't been much of a factor here to this point.
The 1-0 pitch. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. And he misses, 2-1.
Yeah, and once you see a guy 3 or 4 times in a game, it's easy to see patterns in how they pitch you.
Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second. Up with it is Matsui. On to Berkman to take care of him, and the inning is over. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. 9th inning coming up. The Astros lead it 5-2. Hunter Pence will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. The pitch. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Vizquel is there to take it as Pence is retired on the first pitch he sees.
Nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. You'll take that every time.
Lance Berkman will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts, let's take you back to inning number 7, and a big blow here as his 3-run home run accounted for perhaps the biggest blow of the ball game. Oh, and he puts some muscle into this one, high and deep out to center field. Hamilton is back to the warning track, though, as he gloves it for the second out.
Trying for a little insurance right there and just didn't quite get it all.
Carlos Lee will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
And this is a guy that's already been on base 3 times tonight. Got to keep him in check.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's the 1-0. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And you can tell he's really showing him a lot of respect at the plate.
Let's do it. Come on.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
Sign of a smart hitter right there.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And he's saying, throw me another one of those.
Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. What a stop by Kinsler. From his knees, he got him. What a play, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Astros lead this one 5-2. Ninth inning save opportunity coming up, and it's time for the ever-entertaining Jose Valverde to run through his ritual here. Nelson Cruz will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And that misses ball 1.
And here in the ninth, it's going to take all hands on deck if these guys want to make a game of it.
The next pitch. And that's just off the corner and low, ball 2.
And when you're struggling to score runs, you really need the heart of your order to get something started.
Swing and a hot shot toward third. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. And Lee will have to track it down off the wall now. And he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
One thing's for sure, you better have a short memory if you're a closer. Leadoff man's on base here with a double. He needs to clear his mind and really focus on this next guy.
Hank Blaylock will stand in, but with the tying run still in the on-deck circle, he needs to get on base somehow. And this ball will be chopped foul. And this is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. Shooting for the outside corner, but he missed it, 1-2.
And now if he can get on, he's got a chance to make this interesting.
Fastball, and where did that miss? 2-2.
And they obviously want to work him away as that's 3 straight on the outside part of the plate.
No one out with a runner at second. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, he is really making him work out there.
Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Well, he just hadn't looked very comfortable up there throughout the entire game. He might have been pressing a little bit right there because he chased a bad pitch, and now he's going to head back to the dugout wearing an 0-for-4 collar.
Chris Davis will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Can't worry at all about that runner at second here. His run means nothing. Just go right at this guy.
From the stretch. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. The tag, and he is out at the plate on a great throw from the outfield.
Taking a real chance trying to score here, and it winds up not panning out for him as the batter holds safely at first.
David Murphy is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. Fastball's too high here, 1-0. Valverde trying to finish this one off and earn the victory for Roy Oswalt. And that misses, 2-0.
And on 2-0, you should probably be taking here. You've got to have base runners.
One more of those, and that'll get the tying run to the plate.
The 3-0 pitch. And they'll just make him throw one over here, 3-1.
Yeah, he just drops that splitty right in there.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
And a very strong 9th inning there for Valverde as he's able to work a scoreless inning to lock this one up.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our guy right there, Dave. He's our upper deck player of the game.
Yeah, Matt, you can see a couple of hits, including an important home run, and he really supplied the difference in this game as far as I'm concerned.
So that'll wrap things up here tonight. For Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB 09 The Show. Join us on the web at MLB09.com. The Astros win this thing 5-2. Post-game highlights from Arlington are next. Until next time, good night, everybody.